Howdy, Amalgam folks. It's Joe. I'm back with what I think is a pretty exciting video for you. We've done a lot of expansion into our Xero functionality in late 2025 into early 2026. And so I'm putting together a few notes for you to kind of walk you through what we can do and maybe show some examples too. So like all of our GL systems, there's an upload, download functionality both sides with Xero, and I think you'll see it's pretty robust. I'm going to go to the download side here, and I'll sort through our different systems that I have connections, and I'll select Xero. I've got 12 reports. You'll see quite a few of them have this beta button. I'm still sort of testing out demo. It's early days, but as you're using this, you'll have full functionality, even if I have beta for some of them. But AP, AR by vendor and summaries, account transactions, and general ledger reports. Get some multi-currency going, your classic P&Ls, trial balances, things like that. So let's maybe just run a P&L. So I've got my fake company here, ABC Widgets. You can see normally it will populate a new tab for us. And so I can just set my start date, whatever, we'll do 2025. Maybe I'll use the end of month function here to get the end of the year. And so I have my 12 months set up. I just go ahead and run my report, and I can do that. So you'll see it should populate here. We'll get our accounts in column P, and then we get our months off to the left, simple, regular, normal stuff. I'll just change some formatting for us here so we can see. And as you know, like all Amalgam reports, we have these 10 columns grouped over here to the left. So if I wanted to do certain formulas, like I just wanted to sum the first quarter, I could do that like this. Pretty simple. And then every time I rerun it, as you know, I wouldn't necessarily get that overwritten. So if I'm using this month to month, it's a really good template. Even if I change the date, let's do it through 2024, let's say. I run the report, I don't lose my formulas here, right? So you see we've updated for 24. And the last piece I think I'll just show you on this one is, as you know, if you're a regular Xero user, when you download the Xero information from the system into CSV or Excel, it actually starts with the most recent month and then goes downwards. We've actually given you the ability to toggle that. So if I have this be true and I rerun it, it should start with December here in column Q. There you go. So you see it's kind of that reverse functionality. So it's just a quick review of the reports, in this case doing the P&L, but you get the idea for being able to cut through other ones. So hit the plus sign here and let's look at the two-way sync. So upload, download. Again, with GLs, we've got 6 different functionalities right now with Xero. If you have recommendations, always let us know. But updating my chart of accounts, creating contacts, so vendors or customers, invoices, journal entries, the transaction reclassifier is always fun, being able to download whatever I want and being able to edit it. But let's go to journal entries. I'll select that one, and we can select ABC Widgets. Again, that's my only connection point, is that fake company. You could see when we were on our P&L, not much of the data made sense. So if I wanted to download journal entries, I could put in the start date, end date, download, and they would all populate for us. For us, at least, we can just do this. Maybe we'll do something for March, because I don't think I have any data in there for March. So 3/1/2026. And then what I want our memo to be, this can be, our Xero demo, right? Status, we'll make these posted right away. So we'll go posted. And then we can just change this up here. So 500, 200, 300, something like that. And our accounts, again, these link directly there. I can't put an accidental account in there. So maybe we say this is like a really expensive bank service charge. This is not going to make sense, but some sales account maybe, and then we can make some credit on something, like the taxes. There we go, income tax expense. And then description, we can do whatever we want. Our description, if I can spell, description. And then, other stuff if I wanted to do here, if I needed tax type or other elements like that, I can do it. One thing that is noted is the posted needs to be on every line. That's why you're seeing new here and invalid here. So whatever you want it to be, it's there. And then, I could have multiple ones as always. So if I wanted to copy this down, I can have 2, 3, 5, 1,000 journal entries if you want. Upload for the first one. So let's go ahead and hit sync. It'll go through, make its checks, make sure I've got my balances, debits, and credits and everything. And there you go. We're synced. Coming back over to ABC Widgets P&L, maybe let's do 2026, and we can see if that journal entry worked for us. We'll set this to false so it goes back to normal. I'll run the report. We should be able to see some March data. I did have some March data in there, but there's our income tax expense, our bank charge, and I think we had another one that's in there too, but it's buried into some other stuff. So you get the idea. We're able to make journal entries, do all that kind of thing, and run reports and do that. One thing to note with Xero, just the last thing I'll show you here is that deleting of journal entries is not possible. So if I use the delete function here, it should give me an error. There you go. Xero doesn't support deletion. So what I do here is I can make these as voided and then fix that there. Now if I sync it, it'll void out that transaction from my Xero account. So there you go. Quick little rundown of Xero. I'm super excited about this functionality, and really anything you're doing in Xero you can do right from Amalgam with a lot more efficiency. Thanks for watching. We'll talk more.